then you can play. This is one-on-one here. That's a great move by Drake, beating the linebacker. Now, the back should win in this drill every time because they're at an advantage. They know where they're going. The linebacker does not. And in many cases, they have much more quickness and athleticism than the linebacker does. That's not so good a move by Green. He didn't freeze the linebacker, and as a result, the linebacker was able to get his hands on him, which is what he wants to do. The linebacker wants to contact the running back and disrupt the route. If he can do that, he wins. If you make him miss, you win.
DeAndre Washington here for Texas Tech, and Joey, you mentioned him at the top of our broadcast for this practice. You know, one of the things you forget is that, I mean, they didn't abandon the run, and they were not about to abandon the run at Texas Tech. He was used very effectively between the tackles, even though they were spread. They stayed with the running game there.
And you can see his body style, and Lewis mentioned it. He's low to the ground. He's a stout running back. And when you watch him move, he can remove his body by a man. And everyone always talks about vision for a running back. It's not just vision, because everybody can see. It's what you do when you see the hole, when you see a crease, when you see a cut. Can you put your foot in the ground and change directions with explosiveness, with speed, and hitting the hole? Now, when he gets to this next level, that's going to be a quicker hole. It's going to be, things are going to be moving faster. That seam might come and go very quickly. But you'll see Washington, when he puts his foot in the ground, he has that ability to move his body 2 feet right or left, and then with power, get himself through the hole.
This is a good matchup here. If this is Drake against Stryker, this will be a good matchup. And it is.
Good, nice shot. Good shot, Dak. Good.
Wheel route, and the quarterback didn't anticipate where the break was going to be. I'd give that one to the defense. That was a nice job by Stryker. I don't know about yours. I got it. He pushed off. Yeah, I'll give it to you. You're right.
Good shot. Good shot, Kobe. Well done. Well done.
That's another win for the defense, and that's a very poor route. You got to make the linebacker change direction at very least. And that's a win for the offense, very obviously. And the linebacker made a tragic mistake there because he let the running back get right in the middle of him, which you cannot do.
One thing about DeAndre Washington that shows up, when you watch him on film, you can see that this kid not only has power, but you can see that he has change of gears now. I mean, he can go from third to fourth to fifth gear, and it's noticeable. And you see it out here. He's very smooth. We've already talked about his body type and how he is naturally powerful, how he was willing to compete yesterday in pass pro, which I don't think we can emphasize enough, is a huge component of playing running back in the NFL, particularly on third down. You hear it talked about all the time. Not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody wants to stand in there and stick their face on guys like Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis, two guys who will be in the Super Bowl. Not everybody wants to block guys like Navarro Bowman and wants to block guys like Clay Matthews. And these kids, they're going to have to learn how to do it. But first, they have to be willing. And when you see that, it's a good thing. I mean, running pass routes is great, and it's obviously a part of the game also. But when they get to the one-on-one pass protection, that's a huge component of it for me. It always has been from a scouting standpoint.
Two teammates that have obviously gone against each other often in practice.
Yeah, that one took a little while to develop. I'm not sure that would have been a... Green's got a lot to learn in the passing game here.
Absolutely.
He really has a lot to learn in terms of getting loose in the passing game.
See, that's one thing. See, right now, if I'm a scout from a team and I'm watching Green right now participate here, I don't like his body language. I don't like his competitiveness. I don't like that. Right now, 3 reps in a row, he ran routes that you would see kids run in their backyard, almost like he's just drawing it up, doing his own thing. That's not a good thing. He needs to pick that up big time, because I know that's not how they're emphasizing things in the meeting room.
Excellent job. That was an excellent job by the running back, and not bad by the linebacker. But Williams showed tremendous ability to pull away there. Acceleration.
Jake Gaines, by the way, the Georgia Bulldog, is wearing a UAB helmet. He's number 51 right here in orange, just so you know. That is Gaines.
Yeah, he fooled me.
Yeah, I know. You're trying to figure out who that was. Who
Yes, that's right.
Former Blazer was running around out there. They're not back yet.
The Blazers are not playing yet, are they?
Not yet. They got the helmets ready, though.
Kenyon Drake smoking it down the sideline on a wheel route. All right, good coverage by the linebacker. Excellent job. Stayed right with him.
Eric Stryker that time with the closing speed.
That was Stryker. He can finish. That's a much better route. That's a much better route. Not clean, but much better. Again, the running back wants to freeze the linebacker. He wants to make him stop his feet. And once he can do that, then he can make his break cleanly. And oftentimes in the NFL, the ball will be in the air just before he makes that break.